As you can see, my seedlings aren't doing too well, and I made a big mistake. I used this tray and I put a squash plant in there thinking it was gonna grow slow, and it outgrew everything. These are some peppers my husband planted. They're also not doing so well. We got one fighting to stay alive. Here are some peppers I planted that are doing better. The tomatoes are looking leggy. There's a pot of flowers that just started to come up. And I have some more seedlings still on the fridge and some by a windowsill. So my goal for today is to get this seedling out of here and into a red cup so it can have space to grow. These lettuces, I don't know. I ordered a new grow light last night because I think this one is just not it. It's not doing it. And I also have a little fan up here to get some airflow to try to strengthen up my, leggy plants, and hopefully the rest of them don't become so leggy. And that's where we are right now. So I'm gonna get this one into something else. I'm just gonna use a spoon because I can actually see the root on this thing. Like here, it was a little bit fatter the other day, so that tells me I need to go ahead and get this thing out. It already has a leaf. This happened in all this seed came up within 1 week of growing, of planting it, and none of the other ones came up because I had a row of eggplant too. None of those have sprouted, so I don't know what the difference is. This one is just a fighter, I guess, but I only need one of these plants outside, so I'm happy with that, and I'm gonna try to save it. I just want to show y'all how deep this root was for this little seedling. Don't do what I did. It pretty much ran all up under the lettuce seedlings. I had to dig it all up just to get this one out. I thought I was going to be able to just scoop under it. It is not like the other seedlings I've been transplanting. This is serious. Like, start these out in their own little cup. And I'm going to try to get this in the cup now. So I got this one into the cup, and I'm going to put it by a window. I got it watered really good, and it's ready. Hopefully it'll, keep growing the way it has. And these are just like... Here are the plants that I have inside right now. This is actually a tomato plant. It's not a Serrano hot. The Serrano hot that was in here died. This is a beefsteak tomato. This one is also beefsteak. And this one. They were all in the same cup until this morning. They were in the cup with this cherry tomato. And I couldn't decide which one to keep. So I separated them, and they were very droopy this morning. Separated them, put them in some good potting mix, and watered them really good, and put them under the grow light, and they perked right up. So I'm not gonna use all these tomatoes, so I'll probably give one away. I'll probably pot one for my mother-in-law so she can have something on her porch to grow this spring. This is the little squash plant I was telling you about that forced me to kill all my lettuce seeds. These are also tomatoes that I started because these tomatoes were not growing, and then all of a sudden they sprouted up and started doing well, and then not well, but they got really leggy. But I saw a video about putting a fan in front of the plants to help them get stronger and having lots of light, and we don't have a lot of natural light indoors. So I got a new grow light because these lights just were not doing well. So I got a nice bright one from Amazon, and they're doing a lot better. Let's see. The stems are way stronger. These are some baby watermelons. They're growing in this pot. They're going to go outside later on in the season. These are my little bell peppers, California Wonders. They're doing pretty good. There were 2 more in here, but they rotted off, so I plucked them out. These are different flowers that are growing in this terracotta pot. So yeah, this is a cucumber plant that I thought would have sprouted by now. I had it on top of the fridge, but nothing happened. So I put a few seeds in there. Nothing happened. Maybe I got a bad batch of seeds, because cucumbers usually sprout pretty fast. And this, I had to take this down off the fridge because the deal was sprouting up faster than all the other plants. There's like one little baby that you can't even see on camera sprouting up. And since they were on the fridge in the dark, they got, see how skinny they are? So I went ahead and brought them over to try to get them some assistance. So these are the things as of right now that are going on the balcony later. I gotta plant some more lettuce. I really want spinach out there. Oh, and I have a little chard down here. It's growing. I just bought that down from the fridge yesterday. Hopefully that makes it, because right now it's our only leafy green. So yeah, this is where we are right now this week. This is my aloe plant that's getting way too big for everything. It's really just taking off. And I got everything sitting on my bar, and I've got this foil thing behind it because the sink is directly behind it. And when I get over there to wash dishes, I'm blinded by all the light over here. So it's kind of like reflecting the light back onto the plants. So that's kind of what we're doing with all this bright light. Okay, but that's all we're doing for right now. Ooh, I'm about to knock everything down. Get back up there. Well, yeah, that's what's going on this week.
Go. 난 모를 거야. 아마 날 모를 거야. 웃고 있는 내 모습은 진짜가 아니야. 내 자신이 미워서 한참을 울었어. 그래야 기분이 나아질 것 같아서 내일이 오면 나는 또다시 어제 입었던 옷을 입고서.
Hey guys, so I know I told you about these pepper plants that I had under cover for the winter. This is what was under the bag. So it looks quite dead, but I'm gonna cut into these and see if there's any green. If there's any green, they got really wet. They stayed, only watered them twice over the whole winter, but it still rained out here on the balcony, so the soil is pretty wet. It's not like soap, but it's still wet. And the leaves and stuff pretty much are gone that I put under here to kind of help mulch it a little. But I'm gonna see if I can find any green. If I can cut these things. These things are so tough. Let me see. Let's break it down some. I know this is not ideal, but I'm thinking it's dead, so it's not gonna hurt much. See, it's very brown and wet. It's green under there, but I'm not sure if that's like mold or something. I'm gonna clean it up. I'm gonna cut it down, and I'm gonna see if there's anything in there. Like this one right here, I think this one is like really good. It was like really skinny anyways. So I'm gonna pull it up. I'm gonna pull that one up and see what the roots look like. Oh, it's slippery. Not too sure. It looks like it has some plump root, but it also looks pretty dead. Let's scrape it. Look, there's some green down there. There's some green. So, I might stick that back into the ground. See what happens. This one didn't do too well last year anyways. So, I won't be too disappointed if it doesn't do anything. So I'm gonna see what I can do with this. Okay, y'all, so I've tried my darndest to cut these things, and I can't cut them. They're like so thick. Like, I don't know what I'm gonna cut these with, or I'm gonna try to, I have to wait until I can get my husband out here. But I cleaned them up so they're not like icky anymore, and the bark's gone off of them, poor things. But hopefully they'll get dry a little bit, because they were under that bag all winter, like, and water just stayed on them. That might have been a mistake of mine, like never taking them, never uncovering them. And I had them right next to this window because I figured we had the heat on all winter and it would stay warm. But the soil looks really good over there, and I have some bell pepper plants growing inside. My husband has some hot pepper seeds that he planted, but they died. We might end up getting another hot pepper plant from the nursery, but I really want to see what these are going to do since it's still early. It's not summer yet. It's just the beginning. It's not even the first day of spring, so it's what is it, like March 10th? March 10th. And our last estimated frost date is March 15th. So I thought I'd get out here and just clean some stuff up. I got tomatoes inside growing. You know, I'm just getting everything ready. I put some beans out today because those are more cool weather hardy. So I put some beans and peas out to see what they do. My blueberry bush is up here. It's already getting some new leaves. It has some brown on the tip. I cut the brown back. That was my fault from last year. I didn't water it enough. It needs a new container, but it's not so big right now, so I think it'll be okay. But it's looking good from last year. It's got lots of new things coming up here. My vining plant suffered a bit over winter, but it's still alive. These little things I put out here didn't die in the last video, so this one looks like it's gone. It's shriveled. Let's see. I'll just get that one out if I can. Nope, I'm gonna leave it. It's attached to something else. I'm gonna cut it later. But everything else looks pretty good out here. These plants in this bucket are doing really well. For me not to been doing anything, this is the first time I watered them ever, like since last summer. But I watered them today because the dirt was looking a bit dry. And these are just empty pots right now. And these are gonna go in those. My bell pepper plant is gonna go in one, And the tomato's gonna go in here. It's empty because I'm gonna slowly raise the soil up because so it can get nice strong roots. These are plants that I found in a rogue bucket somewhere from last year, so I decided to plant those and see what happens. I planted some more lettuce plants, but I damaged them inside the house, messing with, because I planted a squash seed like in the corner of my tray, not knowing that it was going to grow so fast and take over everything. And it started to grow, and it grew way faster than the lettuce. So these are like the remnants of the lettuce plants because I had to dig them up because in order to get the squash out, the roots just took over the whole pot. That's where we are right now. Been out here cleaning up, you know, deciding what I'm gonna do with everything, just getting things ready.
난 모를 거야. 아마 날 모를 거야. 웃고 있는 내 모습은 진짜가 아니야. 내 자신이 미워서 한참을 울었어. 그래야 기분이 나아질 것 같아서 내일이 오면 나는 또다시 어제 입었던 옷을 입고 살